리시 수낙은 영국의 총리이며 보수당 출신입니다. 여러분들도 아시다시피 그는 세계경제포럼 영 글로벌 리더 출신입니다. 자, 영국 보수당은 지금 선거를 할 필요가 없습니다. 하지만 영국 총리는 7월 4일에 선거를 하겠다고 밝혔습니다. 영국은 내각제라 대한민국과는 달리 총리가 선거를 요구할 권한이 있습니다. 그는 영국 경제가 살아나고 있기 때문에 지금 선거를 하면 보수당의 승리를 확신한다고 말합니다.
Our economy is now growing faster than France, Germany, and the United States. And this morning we received the welcome news that inflation has returned to normal. Now this is a sign that our plan and our priorities are working. Now I know it hasn't always been easy, and I know you're only just starting to feel the benefits. But this hard-won economic stability was only ever meant to be the beginning. And that's why I've called the election. So that we can decide whether we want to build on the progress that we've made.
하지만 앤드류 브리젠이라는 영국 국회의원은 영국 총리가 선거를 하고 싶어하는 이유에 대해 충격적인 분석을 내놓았습니다.
Rishi wants out. We are actually at war with Russia now.
We've got.
They not just haven't told you. Haven't told you.
So say that again.
We're actually at war with Russia now. I met with Andrei Kelin, the Russian ambassador in London, a couple of months ago, and he said that we know that your people are firing those Storm Shadow missiles at us out of Ukraine because you couldn't train the Ukrainians to do it. We know you're doing it, and I mean everybody knows that there are lots of US, UK, French. The French are in there.
I thought it was the Brits were down on the ground and special advisors.
Yeah.
So hold on a sec. You said Rishi wants out, and then
Rishi doesn't want to be Rishi's told the generals he doesn't want to be a wartime prime minister.
Really? So who's calling the shots? Is it the generals or the prime minister or someone else? Because
it's someone above Rishi. I mean, you don't really think that Rishi and Starmer. I mean, the whole thing's a pantomime in Parliament.
So I keep saying
it's a pantomime.
That our political system, we have this illusion of democracy. It's BS. It's a uniparty system, and they're puppets. And there are people pulling their strings. Is that what's happening?
That's what's happening. And the next general election, I now realise, and I was beguiled by it for years. I mean, I've won at 4 elections as a Conservative. The next election is none of them. There haven't been. It's not a race between the blue and the red team to see who crosses the finishing line. This is a baton handover on all the big issues: net zero, COVID response, the WHO, the trans agenda.
Who's pushing it then? Who's pushing it? Who's pulling the levers?
It's Agenda 2030. It's the World Economic Forum, the 0.1% of the richest people in the world.
The globalists?
The globalists, yeah. The people who make... Listen, to make money, all we'd need is next week's newspapers today, wouldn't we? Well, if you own next week's newspapers, you know what's going to happen and what's going to be reported, regardless of what the facts are. And that's the position these.
So we're heading for war.
And also, yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Well, we're actually already in it. They're not going to tell the people probably till July or August, maybe a bit later. And I think Rishi wants out.
But hold on one second. I mean, if we go to war with Russia, we're talking about potentially nuclear war.
I know.
Do they understand what they're playing with?
Well,
here?
we have a nuclear.
We're not playing with fire.
I know, and it goes against all our defence thinking. But even we have nuclear weapons, so that no one would do that to us. So why would we do it to someone who's got 20 times more 30 times more nuclear weapons than we've got?
And not just that, their air defence capability, the S-500, I mean, it's a million times better than what we've got. We've got nothing compared to that.
We've got nothing that can stop any of their...
What is it? We've got Arrow or something? I mean, that can't do jack shit with their hypersonic missiles.
I've seen a report that we just do not have any defence for the UK against the Russian arsenal.
Because you know they've got hypersonic missiles.
Yeah.
We've got nothing against that.
Nothing against that.
자, 앤드류 브리젠은 원래 보수당 출신 정치인이었지만 세계경제포럼 정책을 적극적으로 반대하고 있으며 그로 인해 미운 털이 박혀 2023년 보수당에서 쫓겨나 현재는 무소속인 의원입니다. 자, 보신 바와 같이 만일 앤드류 브리젠 의원의 분석이 적중한다면 어쩌면 세계대전은 생각보다 가까운 시일 내에 시작할 수 있다고 조심스럽게 예측할 수 있습니다.
Let's just ask you quickly, you have to choose now between Davos or Westminster.
Davos.
Why?
Because Westminster is too constrained. And it's closed and we're not having meaning. Once you get out of Westminster, whether it's Davos or anywhere else, you actually engage with people that you can see working with in the future. Westminster is just a tribal.
내 일할 줄 알았다.
자, 과연 앤드루 브리젠 의원의 예측은 적중할까요? 여러분들의 의견이 궁금합니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다.